Hey PJs, welcome back to another video, and today, the day has finally come. I'm finally doing a restock after 2 years of not restocking. I'm coming back with a restock. I will caution you, this is going to be a very small restock, so if there's anything that you want to grab, I would definitely try as soon as possible because I don't know how long they're going to last. I'm not going to be doing any percentage deals as I'm transitioning back into restocking, but any orders of at least one of each restock slime will get a free exclusive 8 ounce, and some random orders will also get free random sized slimes. This is kind of what extras are going to look like in each order. All of them are going to get this bag of extra candies and stuff. It will vary in size depending on what you order. These are my new business cards. They're small and square and adorable, and there are details on the back of how to care for your slimes. And then this is the activator. I kind of messed up and got the wrong size, so you guys will be getting a ton of these in your orders. Even if you only order one slime, you're going to be getting multiple of them because it's a tiny little baby thing of activator. I am so sorry. Starting off with the first restock slime, this is called Fabric Softener. It is a uniquely textured, thickly and glossy slime, slightly colored purple, and scented a blend of fabric softener and clean laundry. And this slime is what I like to call minimal look but maximum feel. This is got the most unique texture I think I've ever seen a thick and glossy slime have. It kind of reminds me of if pudding was slime. It's just slightly jiggly but still thick and of course glossy like I mentioned, and it's just super fun to poke and pop. It does have a slower stretch when you first start playing with it, kind of like how Korean glue slimes are, but the more you play with it, the stretchier it will get, and of course the puffier it will get. And when it starts to inflate and trap more air, it's got a ton of bubble pops. Since the slime is slightly jiggly, it is on the runnier side even if it's fully activated or overactivated, so I definitely recommend table play with this one, especially if you haven't played with slime for very long. This one can get a little messy if you try to play with it just in your hands, so I definitely recommend keeping it on the table, but regardless, it is still incredibly fun to play with and poke, stretch, pop, everything. I'm just obsessed with this texture, and the scent is completely on point. I'm so obsessed with this one. It turned out perfect. I think the ASMR definitely speaks for itself on this one. The bubble pops just sound so unique and not exactly like the watery bubbled pops, but not the super thick ones that are gonna fling slime everywhere. It just sounds really cool, and when you click it, it just it sounds glossy. You could just listen to this without watching and you're just gonna know it's glossy because it sounds like it. Next up is Sakura Blossoms. This is a cloud slime that has some slight texture in it from plastic snow that I added. The color is a gorgeous sakura pink, and it comes with sakura female slices on top. I decided I didn't want to send this just like Japanese cherry blossom, what a lot of sakura slimes are scented. So I scented this actually a blend of fragrant sweet flowers and sakura blossom, so it smells so good, so sweet, and really flowery. This one does start out slightly wet in the beginning because of the snow, but it does pretty much dissipate completely as you start playing with it, and because of the slight wetness, it does give the slime a more sizzly sound when you're stretching it. Like mentioned at the beginning, I added some plastic snow to this slime to give it a more realistic feel to Sakura Blossom flowers, and just to give the slime an overall unique texture that I don't see a lot of people do. So as you're stretching it, you will notice some texture difference, which is really cool. It also allows for bubble pops, so if you're not a huge fan of just pure cloud slimes but you do like the drizzle, you can still do that with this one and achieve some really good bubble pops. And I love it so much because I'm not a huge fan of cloud slimes. They just don't offer a lot of ASMR and I can't really squish them so so much, so this gives the perfect excuse for that. And of course, what's a cloud slime without really easy, soft, mesmerizing drizzles? This definitely has those. It takes a little bit, like most cloud slimes, to kind of, you know, warm up and get like really big and drizzly, but I promise it gets there and it's super fun. I love like folding it in around when it gets all fluffy, and just like the drizzles are just super mesmerizing. I did them for so long when I was filming because I just really liked the way they looked. I'm always transparent with you guys, so at the end you'll see what residue it leaves on my hands. I really didn't notice it until I was like looking for it. I tried to minimize it as much as possible because I don't like residue, so if you don't like it, I promise this one doesn't leave much at all. The third Restock slime is called Naruto Magi dough. It is a DIY clay slime that is scented exactly like fresh baked bread, and it is a mostly wood glue base, so very clicky, very glossy, and pretty chubby. If you're like me and you like to play with the base before you add anything to the slime, I definitely recommend it with this one. It's really good for clicking, poking, and bubble pops. Like, they are extremely loud, and of course, since it is a wood glue, it is on the chubbier side, which means it doesn't stretch as easily. I have no idea why wood glue does this. I would assume because, you know, I mean, like before slime was like really a thing a long time ago, glue wasn't really meant for this, and I think wood glue is probably the farthest from what you should turn into slime, so it doesn't stretch as great. It does after the clay is added, but just do keep that in mind. Wood glue is definitely like really different. Besides the slime, this also comes with 3 clay Naruto Magi that you get to add to the slime yourself, which you will see in a little bit, and not pictured because I always seem to forget something in important videos. I guess in every video. There also are some Naruto Magi Fimo slices that will be added with the clay too. I just completely forgot about it. I was way too stressed about this. Like, as I was doing this, like in the middle, I was like running over to where I was like doing the photos and stuff for the website and all that good stuff. And it's one of those things that slipped my mind. So I do apologize. The clay will obviously be coming in a separate container. That way, after you're done mixing, you don't have to put the overflow in any of your containers. I completely covered that because I just don't like when I have to do that myself, so why would I make you guys do that? So yeah, so there'll be an extra container with this one, and the clay is extremely soft. I made sure to get a really soft one so it could work really well with the wood glue. It shouldn't overactivate it. If it does, maybe just a little bit. Mine didn't. If anything, mine deactivated a little bit. But once the clay is fully mixed, it becomes a really soft clay slime that's just really fun to puff up. It inflates over double its size, even triple, and I just really like inflating it because it makes like the type of air bubbles that kind of sizzle, because they're like really tiny, so they just sound sizzly, but it's like bubble pops and stuff. It sounds really cool. Since I happen to make this clip really long, I'm going to talk about something else really quickly. If you guys have TikTok or whatever, whether you follow me on TikTok or not, I always link it in the description of my videos. If you go onto my TikTok, I will have a restock like mini video posted there, and if you comment your order number, I will pack it on screen and all that good fancy stuff that most shops now do. Since TikTok is such a huge thing, I decided why not, let me join them. So if you want to see your order packed on TikTok, do comment your order number. Second to last is Forest Serenity, which is probably one of the most exciting slimes I have in this restock. It is a DIY snow fizz slime that comes with about 5 ounces of brown snow fizz that is scented like dirt and green clovers. I promise it smells really good. And it also comes with a 3 ounce of blue semi-coated clear slime that is scented lightly like lavender, and a bag of leaf fimos and green foam beads. The base isn't what I'd call like a super packed snow fizz, but it definitely is pretty packed, obviously, to leave some room for the clear slime, so when you add that, it doesn't like completely dissipate the snow fizz part. But it's not like super packed, it still has really great stretch, and it doesn't like kind of fall apart like really packed snow fizz slimes do. And then of course, like I said, this clear slime is semi-coated. I don't know if I'll even ever say that something is 100% coated because I can't guarantee it. You know, everybody's hands are different. Some have like really hot hands, and obviously if you do, it's gonna stick. Like, it sticks to my fiance's hands no matter what I do. So it's semi-coated. It works. It also helps with like the fact that when you inflate snow fizzes, sometimes they can stick to you, and this one definitely helped. I inflated mine a lot and it didn't stick to me at all. So obviously you can decorate this any way you want. I just decided to move some of the snow fizz to the side to create like a lake, and then I put the green part on the rest of the dirt area to make grass, so it's like a forest scenery. That's kind of what I was going for, but honestly you could do it any way you want. I think it'd be really cool to like create a waterfall or something, or just like any scene you feel like that's kind of the point. That's why I'm sending it in DIY, so you guys can make it really pretty, especially prettier than what I did, because you know, I can't really put things together really well, so I'm sure you guys will do it a lot better than me. Once everything completely mixes, the texture becomes a thick, almost semi-snow fizz. It's not exactly like a full snow fizz. I don't know. It's kind of in between, where actually I really like it because you can tell that there's like thickness from the clear slime, but it's still a snow fizz from the snow fizz base and stuff. It feels really cool, and usually I don't like in between textures, but this one's definitely an exception because it just feels so cool on your hands. This slime inflates a decent amount, and because of the thick clear slime, it kind of stays really thick, and it doesn't really leave any tackiness or residue on your hands because the slime is semi-coated, so that's incredible. I love that so much. Like, when slimes inflate and don't become tacky or leave residue on me, I just immediately become obsessed with it because it's just so fun, and like there's nothing left on my hands, so that's always a win. And last but not least, this is my official shop slime. I know some shops out there have created like an official slime for their shop, so I thought, why not? I might, you know, maybe make one because I think they're really cool, and I love the way this one turned out. So obviously this is called PJ Slimes. It is a two-toned creamy and soft butter slime that is scented a blend of my favorite scents. I just wanted this one to like really show me as like, you know, the shop owner, so I wanted this one to be kind of everything that I really like in life, whatever. So obviously the shop logo is already my favorite colors, black and blue, so of course this had to be black and blue. One of my favorite textures, and like one that I can always go to whether I'm having a stressful day or if I just want to play with a slime, is a butter slime, so that's why I made it like this. I also made it one of those more holdable creamy slimes, that way it can be good for anyone to try, because I want everyone to try this slime. It is so much fun to play with, and of course, like I said, I scented it a blend of my favorite scents so that I could like smell it all day, but to me it smells kind of earthy, kind of sweet, just a really calming scent, and I think it smells really good. Once the two colors mix together, which is really fun because you guys can see it like marble and stuff, like it just looks so pretty. I like marble slimes, and it just looks so good. Anyways, once it mixes, it becomes a dark charcoal gray, and I did kind of mess up when I was mixing the colors. I was using black like food dye to create the black part, but it was making it purple, and I completely forgot that I had black paint, and I added way too much black paint, which obviously made it black, which is great, but it made it too black, so when you play with it, it can leave a little bit of discoloration in your hands. I will show it kind of like with the cloud slime. I want to be transparent. I want you guys to know, just in case if you have a problem with it. I'm not gonna like lie to you and say that nothing happens. No, I'm gonna show you, and it's just a little bit, like And like what you'll see on my hands is, I think, as far as it'll go. Like you'll get slight discoloration and then it just doesn't get any worse, and it just comes off with soap and water. Anyways, like I mentioned, this is a really holdable slime that's great for anybody, and it does inflate to about double its size, and when it inflates it becomes really poofy and even softer. Like this is a really soft buttery slime. It feels so great. And that is all for this restock. Like I mentioned, this is a tiny restock, like a really small one, because I was just trying to get back in the groove of selling slime and stuff. So if you are interested in any of these, I would definitely recommend getting to the shop as fast as possible. You will see the times on the screen at the beginning of the video and right now, so that you guys can like write it down and all that good stuff. I also have timers on my Instagram, and of course I'll have the restock video on TikTok. And like I mentioned, if you want to see your order packed on screen, just comment your order number on that restock video on TikTok. My TikTok is always linked in the description of every video. But with that, I am signing off. I'm excited to see you guys with the restock, and I will see you in the next one.